Hello everybody, in this guitar lesson I'm going to teach you to play Lay Lady Lay by Bob Dylan, and I'll start with the chords. Lay Lady Lay is a great song to learn if you want to practice your bar chords, because there are 6 chords in the song and 5 of them are bar chords. Now we start off with this sort of descending sequence. We start with an A major bar chord at the 5th fret. Then we go to a C sharp minor bar chord at the 4th fret. Then to a G major bar chord at the 3rd fret. And then to a B minor bar chord at the 2nd fret. So we keep on repeating that 4 chord sequence at the beginning of the song. A major, lay lady, C sharp minor, lay, G major, lay across my, and then B minor, big breast bed, repeat, A major, C sharp minor, G major, B minor, and you just keep on repeating that. Lay lady lay, lay across my big breast bed, A major, C sharp minor, G major, B minor. Next we move on to the verse, which has a 3 chord sequence. I'm going to show you that now. It begins with the only non-bar chord, E major. Whatever, then up to the 2nd fret to play F sharp minor bar, colours you have, then up to the 5th fret to play an A major. In your mind, and then you repeat that sequence, starting with the E major. Now, I play the E major like this, using these 3 fingers, because it makes it very easy then to slide up and bar. So if you slide those 3 fingers up to the 3rd fret, take off your middle finger, and then bar at the 2nd fret with your index finger, that gives you your F sharp minor. Okay, so E major, I'll show them, F sharp minor, to you, angel, then A major at the 5th fret. See them shine. Now, once you've played that A major, there's a little riff that sounds like this. And I'll show you how to play that now. Let's look at how to play that riff then. So we're going to start with our fingers in an A major bar chord at the 5th fret. Now what we're going to do is remove our ring finger and our little finger, leaving the other 2 fingers where they are. And we're going to then put our ring finger on the 3rd string, 7th fret there, and our little finger on the 2nd string, 7th fret. And then we're going to play the top 3 strings, strings 3, 2 and 1 in a block. Then we're going to remove our ring and little fingers, play those top 3 strings again. Put the 2 fingers back on, ring and middle back on the 7th fret, strings 3 and 2. Take them off again. So we're just playing the top 3 strings there. So put that together and we have this. Now, when I'm playing Lay Lady Lay and I get to that little riff, by that stage I've already played a lot of bar chords, and sometimes my left hand fingers can jam up a bit and that riff can be hard to play. So I just want to show you an easier, slightly less accurate, but easier alternative for playing that riff. So the alternative way of playing that riff is to start with an open A chord as opposed to a bar A. Now, when I play open A's, this is the way that I do it. So I actually do bar the 4th string and the 3rd string there at the 2nd fret with my index finger, and I arch that finger up, as you can hopefully see. And then I put my middle finger on the 2nd string, 2nd fret there, obviously 5th string and the top string are open. So that's the way I play my A's. Now, what you want to do to play that riff, once you've played that open A chord, is just put your ring finger on the 2nd string, 2nd fret there. And that actually makes an A sus4 chord. That's what it's doing. That's the note of D, which is the 4th of A, so A sus4. And again, you can just play the top 4 strings, so strings 4, 3, 2 and 1 I would. With that ring finger in place, take it away, play Play those top 4 strings again, put it back, take it away again. So that's the alternative. And if you're suffering from tired fingers that are jamming up because of all those bar chords you're playing, that might be an easier way to play that riff. It's not quite as authentic, but it works quite well. A little over 2/3 of the way through the song, there's a bridge. It starts, "Why wait any longer for the world to begin? You can have your cake and eat it too." So let me show you the chords for that now. It starts with C sharp minor. Why wait any longer, Father? Then there's a quick 3-chord run up from E major to F sharp minor to A major. World to begin. Then we're back to C sharp minor again at the beginning of the next line. You can have your cake and eat it. Then we go to A major 2. Back to C sharp minor for the beginning of the next line. All the lines of this bridge start on C sharp minor actually. Why wait any longer, Father? Then we've got that little 3-chord run up again. E major to F sharp minor to A major. When you love, when it is, and then last line again starts with C sharp minor. Standing in front of, and then the bridge ends with a B minor. You. And then just at this point there's a nice little guitar lick which goes like this. You know, you might be able to work that into your strumming or between your strumming perhaps. So to play that, you're going to play an F sharp at the top string 2nd fret, top string open, which is an E, and then 2nd string 2nd fret, that's a C sharp, and then 3rd string 2nd fret, which is an A. Like that. Now the ending of Lay Lady Lay is quite clever. As we've seen, a lot of Lay Lady Lay features that descending chord pattern of A to C sharp minor to G to B minor. But the ending moves in the other direction. It's an ascending ending going up from A. And it also throws in a chord that doesn't appear elsewhere in the song as well. So let's have a look at it. So we're playing through that descending chord pattern towards the end of the song. It's the chorus, and then we get to basically the last couple of bars. And we start the ascending ending on A major, and I play it down here, the open A actually in this case. Then we go to B minor, then to C sharp minor, and then to D major. That's the only time we meet that chord in this song, and then we end on A major. So that's the ascending ending. A major to B minor to C sharp minor to D major to A, and we finish on that A there. Now there's a nice little finger picking pattern that features in that ending, and I'm going to show you that next. So I've been trying to work out that little finger picking pattern right at the end of Lay Lady Lay. I can't find any tab for it anywhere, so this is my best guess, and you have to tell me whether you think it's right or not. Let me know in the comments. I think it might be this. I'll play it for you first and then I'll show you what I'm doing. So here we go. Okay, so to slow that down then, what I'm doing is this. And I'm doing that same pattern on every chord. Apart from the A at the end there, of course, which I'm just spreading. So what that is, that pattern I'm playing, same on every chord. It starts with thumb on the 5th string, and then middle finger playing the 2nd string, index finger playing the 3rd string, and then thumb on the 4th string, index finger on the 3rd string, middle finger on the 2nd string, thumb on the 4th string, index finger on the 3rd string, like that. So 5, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3. Same on every chord. And then spread out the A at the end there. So I'm not 100% convinced that I've got that quite right. It's my best guess, but if you can work out exactly what that is, if you think that's right, let me know. It might be, but if you think it's slightly different, let me know in the comments and let me know if you found a better way of playing that little closing riff there. I've got more to show you with Lay Lady Lay yet, but before I get on to the rest of the lesson, let me just say, if you've been enjoying this video, please do hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do subscribe so that you'll be notified of the future guitar lessons that I release. So we've looked at what chords you play, but what I want to focus on now is how you play them, the sort of feel that you might want to get when you're playing Lay Lady Lay. So before I say too much about that, let me give you a demo of the kind of feel that I'm aiming for. Here we go. I'm going to show you the kind of strumming pattern I was doing with my fingers there in a moment. But first of all, I want to talk about the bass line, because the bass line is like the foundation or the skeleton really for what we're going to do. And then with your fingers, that little strumming that I was doing there, that's like the decoration on top. So let's start with the foundation, which is the bass line. Now, if you listen to the bass guitar in the Lay Lady Lay recording, there are two main riffs that it's playing during that descending 4-chord pattern of A major to C sharp minor to G major to B minor. And the first one is like this. It's A, C sharp, up to G, down to B. Lay lady lay, lay across my big brass bed. A, C sharp, now, we can work that into our chords in a fairly straightforward manner. In fact, we're going to play the tonic, the root note of each chord, right? So we start with the A major and we're going to play the 6th string, which is the root note of A. That's our bass note for the A major. Then we go to the C sharp minor and we're going to play the 5th string there. That's actually the note of C sharp, so that's the root of that chord. Now next we go down to our G major. Now in the bass line they actually go up here to the higher G. Now I know the bass guitar is an octave lower than this, but that doesn't matter, they go up. But when I'm playing guitar I prefer to go down, so rather than going up to the G on the 4th string there, I'm going to go down to the G on the 6th string. And then finally we go to the B minor and we're going to play the 5th string, which is the note of B, the root of that chord. So cycling through that then, to get our bass line there, we're going to play 6th string, 5th string, 6th string, 5th string, 6th string, 5th string, 6th string, 5th string. So we're just alternating between 6th string and 5th string on those 4 chords. Now the other lovely bass line that's used for that descending riff is basically a chromatic descent from A. So it sounds like this. It's all, the bass actually goes up, plays it up there, but again, obviously we're not going to do that. We're going to play it here. So we're going to start with an A, so 6th string 5th fret, A flat, 6th string 4th fret, G, 6th string 3rd fret, F sharp, 6th string 2nd fret. So to get that into our chords, we're just going to play the 6th string on every chord. Sixth string, sixth string, sixth string, sixth string. And just like the bass does on the record, you can alternate between those two bass lines. Now, you'll notice that on the record the bass more often does that A to C sharp to G to B bass line, and it saves up that chromatic descent of A to A flat to G to F sharp. It doesn't do that as often, but when it comes in, it's really, really effective. So you can mix it up as well. Anyway, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to sort of strum with your index finger and your thumb in between those bass notes. So I'll show you that next. Okay then, so let me play you first of all what I'm doing, and then I'll slow it down and explain it to you. But this is kind of the demo first. Okay, let me take you through that then. So what I'm doing there is I'm playing a bass note with my thumb, and then I'm strumming mainly, though not entirely, with my index finger, and I'm going to strum up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So bass, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, like that. Now the trick though is that the second of those ups, I'm not going to do it with my index finger, I'm going to do it with my thumb, and I'm going to use the top of my thumbnail here for that second up. So let me show you. Bass, up, down, and then an up with the thumb, and then down, up, down, up. So bass, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So speed that up and you have this. Why am I doing that up with my thumb other than habit? Actually, if you count where the ups with the thumb come, they come on beat 2 and beat 4. And those are beats which typically in any kind of country or blues or rock and roll or rock music, they're the beats you want to emphasize, beats 2 and 4. So let me count it for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 so my thumb is emphasizing, maybe because it's a bit more powerful than the index finger, it's emphasizing beats 2 and 4, you see? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if you think about it, the thumb's also playing on 1 and 3 because it's playing bass notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now the other feature of what I'm doing there is I'm damping a bit on the last and before I change chords. Okay, so by the time you finish playing a song like this one with lots of bar chords, you're going to feel that your arm is about to drop off. It really does hurt your left arm playing loads of bar chords in a song like this. So is there much you can do about that? Well, there's a little bit you can do to help alleviate that. So on that rundown of A to C sharp minor to G to B minor, if your arm feels like it's about to drop off, when you play the A, you could play the open A here instead of the barred A. And the other obvious one is when you get to the G, rather than playing the barred G, you could play an open G. So it won't sound quite as nice with those open chords, but you can do it and it'll sound alright. So like this. And that'll give your arm a little bit of a rest. You're still going to have to play a lot of bar chords, so it's not going to entirely solve the problem, but if it feels like your arm is dropping off, you can reach for the open chords.